Our next chapter is employers' organizations. So when we are talking about the trade union, I told you it can be that union can be of employees or employers. So we have completed the employees trade unions. When we are simply generally talking about the trade union, we will be saying about the employees trade union. It doesn't mean that employers doesn't have any union. Employee, just like employees, these employers also has got unions, associations. So now we will go over the which are the famous employers association, what are the objectives of employers association, and etc. So what is employers organizations? That is EOs. So employers organization, that is EOs, they are the formal group of employers set up to defend, represent or advise affiliated employers and to strengthen their position in society at large with respect to labor matters as distinct from economic factors. So we can split the definition. What is EO? They are the formal groups of employers, that is organized group of employers set up to defend. What is the purpose? To defend, represent and advise. They will represent, defend and advise the employees, affiliated employees, that is who all are the members of these EOs, and to strengthen their position. These EOs are standing to strengthening the position of the employers in the society. Society at large. They are standing for the employers in the society at large and with respect to labor matters. With respect to labor matters. That is, in the society, what all respects they are related to labor matters, that is concerning this EU. As distinct from economic matters. So, these labor matters, they are solely concerned about the labor matters and not the economic matters of the employers. So, it will stand, represent, defend and advise the employers of the EOs and to strengthen their position in labor matters in the society. They may conclude collective agreements, but this is not a formal rule and cannot be an element of their definition. It is they are mainly doing their activity for entering into collective agreements for the employers. Unlike trade union, which are composed of individual persons, employers organizations are composed of enterprises. When we are talking about the trade unions, we are concerned about the employees. Trade union are employees association and EOs are employers association. So, trade unions are consisted of the persons, that is members are the individual members, individual workmen. But as far as these EOs, employees organizations are concerned, it is concerned of not individual persons but enterprises, but the entities. Then what is the role of this organization, EOs? This you may be remembering the definition of IR, industrial relation. What is it? Industrial relations are concerning the complex industrial relations between the workers, managers and governors. Workers, managers and the government. So, in that governance, EOs plays in that relation, complex interrelation, the EOs plays an important role. What is the role? Promote, protect the interest of the employers engaged in the industry, trade and commerce. So, when the employers are engaged in the industry, trade and commerce, their interest is to be promoted and protected. Offering advice. They are standing in an advisory position, offering the bridge between union and government. Whenever there arose a discussion between the union and government, it will advise, train and develop staff members of the concerned members of the association, giving training and development to the members. Examples. One is Associated Chamber of Commerce, that is established 1920. Famous EOs are Associated Chamber of Commerce 1920, Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce, that is 1927 establishment, that is FICC, then International Organization of Employers, that is established 1920, that is IOE. So, three important employers organizations are Associated Chamber of Commerce, that is ASSOCHAM, then Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce, that is FICC, then International Organization of Employers, that is 1920 establishment, that is IOE. Then the origin. What is the origin of this Employers Association? Employers Association came into existence as a result of the formation of International Labour Association and the growing the presence of the trade union, especially after World War. The establishment OEs were established only after the World War and ILO's creation. The Royal Commission on Labour, that is 1929, recommended the Indian employees' need. Suppose who first presented the need of employers is the Royal Commission on Labour, that is in 1929. Some other factors that influenced is the formation of Union of Manager, Senior Executives, and other officers. There are nationalized and rationalization of pay and prerequisites and anomalies in pay arising from the recommendation of pay commission and the wage boards and their implementation. So these all are, that is the Royal Commission, the creation of ILO first, then the importance of the Royal Commission recommendation, then the several unions of the managers, senior executives and other officials, then the pay commission recommendation and the wage boards. These all had paid a path towards the origin and development of the EOs. What are the main objectives of EOs? This organization stands to deal with labor problems from the employer's point of view. So trade union will always go through the employee's point of view. So the EOs will look on the labor issue from the employer's point of view. Employers organizations are required to, what are the functions, what are the objectives? To develop healthy and stable industrial relations. They have to develop stable and healthy industrial relation, to promote collective bargaining at different levels. This collective bargaining is not that can be seen only in the blue collar workers. It is also available in the staff members and executives. So in all level, this collective bargaining is to be foreseen. Bring a unified employers' viewpoint on the issues of industrial relation to the government in a concerned manner. Then they represent in the meetings of the labor advisory boards in conformity with tripartite approach to the labor matter. That is, as a mediator. Employers association are formed to promote and protect the interests of the employers in trade and industry. So we can conclude that the employers association EOs are framed to promote and protect the interests of the employers in the trade and industry, and their function is to, their object is to develop healthy and stable relation, promote collective bargaining, unified employees viewpoint, and represent employers in certain boards and advisory commissions. Then what are the functions? There are certain primary and sub-secondary functions. These EOs are the formal groups of employers set up to defend, represent and advise. Defend, represent and advise the employers. Their main functions, primary and secondary functions. What are the primary functions? Primary, the most important prime function is to promote and protect the interest of the employers. It includes study, analyze and disseminate information related to labor policy, labor management relation, collective bargaining. So, study, analyze and disseminate information that is relating to labor policy, labor management and collective bargaining. Offer advice concerning various labor policy, give advice. Then, liaise with union government and initiate steps that are representative and legislative in nature. So, to work with the union government and initiate steps for representing the state, representing the employers. Then they are the primary objectives. And when we come to the secondary objectives in mainly train and develop staff and members. Main secondary objective of an EO, employers union, is to train and develop staff members. And for that, for training and development of staff and members, it has to obtain data on wages and conditions of the work in the industry, come out with survey, research-based reports on the issue of importance to both labor and management. So it will obtain data on work and conditions, it will conduct survey, it will conduct research. Take up project for social and family welfare. social and family welfare project. Then deal with safety and health at workplace and working environment. Deal with all the safety and health measures. Initiate steps to improve public image and improve the public relation. What all steps that is to be taken to improve the public image and improve public relation is to be taken. Educate the public regarding the character, scope, importance and needs of the trade, industry, commerce represented by the members. Fourth, all this it will take subsidiary measures. That is what all measures that is to be taken for the training and development of the staff and members of the EUs. That is obtaining data, conducting surveys, research, project, social and family welfare projects, dealing with the safety and health measures at the workplace, improving how to improve the public image and public relation, then educate the public regarding the character, scope, industry represented by the members. That is a secondary function. So, as far as the functions of the EUs are concerned, there are primary and secondary function. Primary function, in short, we can say that the betterment of the employers, promotion and protecting the interest of the employers, and the secondary function is the training and development of the staff and members. Then we go to structure of EUs. There are three-tier system. That is local organization, regional organization, central organization. Local organization. They serve the interest of the local businessmen. When an EU serve the interest of the local businessmen, it is termed as local organization. Bombay Mill Owners Association. It has been formed to protect the local interest of the manufacturing unit operating within that city. That is Bombay Mill Owners Association. That is a local organization through local chambers. Then regional organization. Regional outfits such as Employers Federation to South India. That is a regional South Indian all. That is Employers Federation to South India. Employers Association Calcutta are they affiliated to Central Employers. There will be Central Employers Association, and that behind that there will be regional organization, that is Federation to South India. They offer consultancy services, training, safety measures. Then central organization, the apex level, operated as apex bodies governing the affairs of the regional and local association. To have better coordination as a superstructure called Council of Indian Employers, 1956, as an all under one. It will bring all association under one umbrella. That is Council of Indian Employers. That is 1956 creation. So structure is like in the apex level there will be central organization, then regional organization, then local organization. Then main different famous EUs. First is AIOE. That is All India Organization of Employers. It is a unitary type of organization set up in 1953. Members hail from manufacturing, banking, insurance, commercial establishment and has no sub-organization on an industrial or geographical basis. The president is elected every year. So, AIOE is a unitary type of organization, 1953 setup. Members are from all the fields of banking, insurance and commercial establishments. Then EFI, that is Employers Federation of India, that is set up in 1933. It has its governing executive committee and a secretariat. Then the governing body, it will formulate its rules, executive members implement its policy, and the secretariat, its own permanent staff is responsible for carrying out its decisions of the body. So the body has got governing body, executive committee and permanent staff. EFI has registered as a trade union in 1963 under the Indian Trade Union Act of 1926. Then next is IOE, International Organization of Employees. It represents the interest of the employees in social and labor matters at the international level. It is founded in 1920 with headquarters in Geneva, and it has membership of Employees Association from 100 countries. The Central Council of Indian Employees is a matter of International Organization of Employees. So, then next is scope, that is the Standing Conference of Public Enterprise. It has got wider ambit. It looks upon its tasks as both internal and external public sector. Internally, it will endeavor to assist the public sector in such a way as would help to improve the total performance. Externally, providing total boundary role in conveying such information and assist public sector in such ways as would help improve its total performance and advice to the community and the government as would generally help the public sector its role. It's a wider power organization, that is scope. Internal working assisting the public sector in its total performance and externally helping the advice in the community and the government. Then CIE, the main object of the Council of Indian Employers, that is closer cooperation and coordination between the two bodies which together represent particularly the interest of the large scale industry in India, and it has in the year 1973 it has joined to scope. CIE has joined, amalgamated to scope. Then next organization is, one of the modern organizations, Chamber of Commerce. Chamber of Commerce is a form of business network, that is a local organization of business it's a network, it's a local organization, and its goal is to further the business interest of the community. So Chamber of Commerce business interest is to further the business interest of a community. Business owners in towns and cities form these societies to advocate on behalf of the businesses. It represents a particular community and it will advocate on behalf of the community, and the owners from the town and cities form the local societies. Then ICC, then Indian Chamber of Commerce, is the premier body of the business and industry in eastern and northeastern India. Premier body of business and industry. The membership of the chamber comprises several of larger corporate groups. Its membership is of larger corporate groups. Started in 1925. It has its business operation all over India and abroad. It was closely associated with the Indian freedom movement as the first organized voice of the indigenous Indian industry. First voice of the indigenous industry was ICC. It's set up by a group of pioneering industrialists led by Mr. G.D. Birla. 75 years of service to the nation, the ICC retains the character of being a premier chamber. When we consider the chamber of business, this ICC has got its premier chamber position. The senior Indian industry leaders forming the core of its executive committee. So, as it is pioneer, it's led by Mr. G.D. Birla. All the executive body and governing body will be governed by the famous industrialists. ICC is the founder member of the apex national body, that is the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce, that is FICCI, New Delhi. Then the objectives of chamber is to build membership, to improve the membership value, the business delegation around how to delegate the business delegation to be conducted around the globe, create awareness among the businessmen, technological transfer towards all, facilitating commercial interaction between the members, evolve business view among the members. These are the objects of the ICC. Then when we go to the functioning, as I told you, it is for the community that it represents. It will promote the interest of the community, and as a wider vision, it will develop the trade and industry. It will collect information regarding the industry and distribute the same within the members. Business updations and law updations are given through reports and journals. It will give advisory services to members by participating in the discussion with the government missionaries, and it will conduct its part in recovery of debts, promoting trade references information. It will give importance to the protection of the trademark and patents. It acts as an arbitrator between the government missionary and the community, and it will help for the promotion of import and export. It will issue export certificate, and the chamber has got much influence in the economic policy formulation. That is regarding the Chamber of Commerce. Then regarding when we go to the legislation of the trade unionism, we have to get information on two Truce resolution, that is in 1947 Truce Resolution and 1947 Truce Resolution, Industrial Truce Resolution. It is nothing but a joint meeting of the central organization of the employers and the employees. When there is a joint meeting of the employers and employees, it is termed as Industrial Truce Resolution. The main resolution, Truce Resolution, that has been taken place, that is in year 1947 and 1962. In post-independent era, that is after 1947, there is so a development in the industry and labor. And because of that, a conference has been held, joint sitting of the employers and employees, that is in 1947. And that joint sitting of 1947 resulted in the formulation of Minimum Wages Act, Factories Act, and ESI Act. That is, after this 1947 Truce Resolution, these major acts like Minimum Wages Act, Factories Act, ESI Act has been enacted. It ensured peace and cooperation between the members. And the second truce meeting, that is famous one, is 1962. That is a joint meeting that has been held in the 1962 in New Delhi. It was in the view of national emergency proclaimed in 1962. That is in the wake of Chinese aggression, that a joint meeting of the central organizations of the employers and the workers adopted. And they adopted a resolution in 1962. It laid down the steps for promoting industrial peace, production, price stability and savings. It emphasized the settlement of disputes through voluntary arbitration. So, important steps were taken for promotion of the industrial peace, production, price stability and savings. And the 1962 resolution emphasized the amicable settlement of industrial dispute. The Truce Resolution and the Code of Discipline as evolved in 1958 recognized the principle of voluntary arbitration. So, amicable settlement, that is negotiation, mediation, etc. has been given great importance after the Truce Resolution of 1962. And it laid down that there should be no interruption for production and there should not be any intervention to the production, and the production would be maximized and the defense efforts promoted will be in all possible ways. It has been emerged with the Central Implementation and Evaluation Committee since 1963. The resolution pointed out that no effort shall be spared to achieve the maximum production, and management workers will strive in collaboration in all possible ways to promote the defense efforts of the country. So, whatever industrial violation exists, it should not intervene with the production of the industry, and production should be in a sustainable growth, and management and workers will strive to have a collaboration, and everything must be settled in a peaceful, arbitrary way. That is in 1962 resolution pointed out. So, main industrial resolution that has been taken in India, that was in the year of 1947 and 1962. 1947 Truce Resolution concluded that 1947 Truce Resolution paved a way for the enactment of Minimum Wages Act, Factories Act and Employee State Insurance Act, and 62 resolution pointed out for the amicable settlement, arbitration, importance of arbitration, and nothing should be interrupted for the sustainable production. Thank you.